Hi and welcome to this video. Thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to join me. I wanted to run through a few of your pressing needs at the moment, a few of your probably your concerns, and to explain a way forward that I hope will help you, especially with the Easter break coming up when I know a lot of solicitors take some time off. So I wanted to prepare this interactive video in as much as you get to see my ugly face alongside some information which I think you will find useful. And I certainly hope so. So I've been trying to think a lot about what you need and what you want to work and what you want going forward for your practice and how you can make things much better than they currently are, because I fully understand there's a lot of challenges out there. There's a lot of negativity and concern about legal services, but I also know that there's also a lot of opportunities out there. I've got clients who are growing exponentially. Recently I've had a client who has had a sort of 10 to £100,000 return in terms of profit costs on an investment of just over £2,000 from one marketing campaign we set up for him, we set up together. So I know that the work's out there. I know that there's as much work as you want or need. I understand that there's a lot of problems for you to get from A to B, to get from here to there. You need to know exactly what to do. So I've been making a list of all the things that you want and need, I think. So I think you want to know what works, what doesn't work when it comes to marketing your practice. There are so many at the moment. I can't say scams as such, but they're scams. People getting you to invest in marketing systems that they're selling to every single solicitor on the planet. Now, if a marketing system is really as good as it's said to be by the salesperson, and it's always the salesperson, it will you can find it. You won't be hard sold it. You won't be cold called it, cold emailed, spammed emailed. So you need to know what works and what doesn't, and not to fall foul to these traps. You know the ones I mean. £1,000 advertise today, or I'm going to go to your next door neighbour and they're going to advertise. You need to know which are the right ones to do. You need to stop wasting your time on the marketing tactics that will never produce the results. It just simply won't work in the legal profession. How do you know what those are? You want to not have to spend all day, every day marketing your practice. That's true, isn't it? You train to be a lawyer, you train to be a solicitor. You either want to carry on practicing the law that you love, or you want to manage the practice or do whatever else is required. You can't spend all day, every single day marketing your practice, because you'll lose out on what you train to do. Now, I trained to be a solicitor, but I very quickly found that what I loved to do was the marketing of that, and so I left the law and set up my marketing consultancy. I love doing what I love doing. If every day I had to spend all day doing legal work and could only do marketing very occasionally, I'd be very unhappy. So likewise for you, if all day, every day you have to spend time marketing, you don't get to do what you love to do. So I fully understand that, which is why I'm in marketing and why you're in the law. And together we can both get what you want. I can do your marketing and you can do the law. You want to stop wasting your time and money on things that will never produce results for you. Have time working. You don't want to spend every day working on the marketing of your practice. You want more clients, as we've already said, and you want more consistency of new client instructions. You don't want to have 1 month where you get loads of clients in and the next month no clients, and the peaks and troughs and going up and down. That's no fun for anybody. You need a consistency of delivery of clients so that you know month after month you can produce the profit cost you need to maintain a healthy and profitable practice. You want the more of the work that you love to do. So often I'm quite saddened when I meet some solicitors that say, well, I really love to do this type of legal work, but I have to end up doing that type of legal work, which isn't what I want to do. There is enough of the type of work you want to do out there. It's just finding it and finding the systems that delivers that to you on a consistent basis. You want faster results and progress. Isn't that true? Don't we all want that? You don't want to spend all day, every day, trying different things, nothing happening, and months go by and you're still in the same position. You're still worrying about how you get to where you actually want to be. You want to get to your targets, and that's my next point. You want to reach and you want to exceed your goals. You want to make sure that if you've set your profit cost target of here, or you've set new client instructions of here, you're reaching that and then exceeding it and then setting even higher goals. And it's that setting of goals that will make such a difference to you. I was at my son's, Samuel's, he's 11 and at secondary school now, comprehensive or whatever it might be called. He was going to be doing O-levels, which is what I did, but now it's gone back to GCSEs. But anyway, I'm not a great lover of the education system because I think it has many flaws, but that's not for now. That's maybe another time. But what I was really impressed with last night, his first parents' evening in secondary school, was that they already have set targets for him to achieve by the time he gets to GCSEs, and they're measuring those targets now every term. Every time they assess him, they're scoring him. So if he's set a target of 7 or 8, they're measuring it now, saying it's 5, they expect it to be 6 at the end of this year. I want it to get to 8 or 9, and do you agree, Samuel? Is that where you think you can go? And yes, I do. So he's an 11-year-old boy, and he's working to targets. He suddenly knows that, everything he does, he might not enjoy every aspect of it, but he knows that he's trying to get from here to this level. And that target is so important. So if you've got your targets and you've set them for this year and for next year and the year after, and as I have for my business, you want to know how to get there and to get past those targets as quickly as possible. You want to know how to do marketing the right way. You don't want to spend hours and hours playing with something, getting it wrong, stopping you doing what you love, stopping you doing the fee earning you love, and still not getting the right results. You want to know how to do it the right way. And you want to spend as little as possible to get these results. You want to spend the shortest period of time to get the best results. Doesn't everyone? Well, is that possible? Well, absolutely. I always talk about my profit flowcast, that you need, so many solicitors I meet rely on simply 1 or 2 methods of bringing work into their practice. And normally it's one, and it's a heavy reliance on one particular aspect. Now, the only way you can really grow your practice and have a sustainable practice into the future is to actually have several different streams bringing profits into your practice. So if this advertising tactic is your website marketing or Google AdWords, and this one's press releases, and this one's advertising in the local paper, and this one's advertising in Parish Magazine, you need 10, 20, your email newsletter, pay-per-click marketing, search engine marketing, press releases, direct mail. You want all of these methods regularly producing results for you, because unless and until you have regular different methods bringing work, you won't get to the position you'd like to be, the best position of a regular flow of new instructions. You want a route map to follow which is personalized to your practice, don't you? That tells you, okay, this is marketing generally for lawyers, but what about my practice? How do I get my practice from A to B as quickly as possible with no messing about, with no wasted expense? It needs to be a personalized route map. And you want all of your clients coming back to use you time and time again for all of your services, not just once and then disappearing and never seeing them again. You want them to come back time and time again. So how can you do that? You want to replace your current personal injury referral sources with your own marketing initiatives. Wow, upheaval to the personal injury world like never before. It's always been changed, but obviously the government's doing its best to wipe out any involvement of lawyers in the process, but there will still be opportunities. So if you've been relying on referral arrangements and you can't do that anymore, what systems will work to produce clients? Well, personal injury is no different to any other service. It may well be more competitive, but the actual marketing of the service is no different, so it can be done. And you want marketing precedents that you can use instantly. Wouldn't it be good if you had a letter that you could suddenly put your logo on it, change a few words, print it and send it to your clients, and generate instructions? Wouldn't that be good? That would be good, and you can have that. You want someone to guide you through the whole marketing experience who has industry knowledge and a system to follow. And most importantly, you want all of this now. Isn't that right? You want all of this right now. You want all of these things, more clients. You want more clients more consistently. You want to stop wasting money on things that don't work. You want faster results. You want to reach and exceed your goals. You want to know how to do the marketing the right way. You want to spend as little as possible to get the results. You want to have more than one method of marketing, produce regular instructions, a route map to follow, clients coming back to you for all of your services, to replace your current personal injury schemes, marketing precedents you can use instantly, someone to guide you through the process, and a system to follow. And you want all of this now. Well, I want to give you all of this now because I think there's a great period coming up over Easter when I know it gets very quiet, because I've seen it so many years in a row now, that the legal world gets quiet, clients stop doing things, a lot of people go away. It's a great time to plan your practice and to think about your future. So I want to give you something to play with, to work on over that period. and I want to give you a system to follow with precedence. I want to give you one-on-one help and advice and tell you for your practice what you need to do to get from A to B. I want to take you from that position to that position. I don't want a lot of money for this. It's not about money, but I set myself a mission a couple of years ago, which is to work with 1,000 law firms to help them survive and thrive in this more competitive legal services market. And obviously, I can't work with everyone on an intensive one-on-one basis, but I have a way that I can help you to achieve everything that I've set out on the screen there for an investment of only £50 a month. So it's an insubstantial sum, and it's set that low because I want to help 1,000 law firms, and it's the only way I can do it by having a low service offering which gives you all the tools that you need and I've talked about, but which also allows for some one-on-one interaction, because I genuinely want to save 1,000 law firms. Look, I'm a big fan of the high street lawyer, of the general practice law firm, of niche practices as well, but operated by individuals, not big brands. I don't want the world to lose out to so-called Tesco law or even some of the new brands that are entering now. I want there to be independent law firms because I believe, that's my background, and I believe that that's what clients should have access to. So if I can't help you to survive, then I won't have a client base in the future. It's as simple as that, and I want you to survive. So I've got an offer for you now, which I've never made before, which I want to make because I want you to take action now before Easter to make sure that you've got methods in place so that for the rest of the year you can really push things forward. So I want you to join Marketing for Solicitors today, and if you do this, this is what will happen. You'll join Marketing for Solicitors. You'll get access to all of the precedents online, all of the systems to follow that we've talked about that you need to get from A to B. You'll be told what works and what doesn't work. This is everything that Marketing for Solicitors does. Precedents, systems, processes, checklists, everything you need. But that's not all, because I understand that for some of you, you'll think, yeah, but I don't know where to start, Nick. I just don't know where to start. So for everyone that joins now before the 20th of March, so that's only next Wednesday, everyone that joins before the 20th of March, well in time to give you access before Easter, I'm going to schedule after Easter a one-on-one call with you to get you started and to design your bespoke action plan for you to take to get you from A to B as quickly as possible. Now, I've never made that offer before, but I know how vital it is because so many Marketing for Solicitors members have joined and said, how do I get here? How do I go from, which one shall I start? Which marketing method shall I use? I've seen this great precedent. Should I start with that one or should I start with this one? Which of these two should I use? Which one's going to get me the results I need fastest? And which one will get me more clients quickest and without the most expense? So I'm going to anyone that joins before the 20th of March, I'm going to send them a pre-meeting information sheet just to give me some advice, because the process will go through in 30 minutes. I normally take 60 to 90 minutes to go through. But if I get you to do some preparation first, then we can really crack on and I can design you a one-page marketing action plan for you to follow, telling you exactly what you need to do to get from A to B. And then you'll have access to all of the supporting materials you need and information in the Marketing for Solicitors private zone, which is an online section with all of the precedents, all of the information that you need to get you to go quickly. So I hope that you can see I'm trying to make this as easy and effective as possible for you. I want independent law firms to survive and thrive. So if this is interesting to you, please go to samsonconsulting.co.uk/Easter and you'll find the offer that I've just talked about there. If you sign up by the 20th of March, complete the details on that page, sign up. There's some special bonuses I've put there for you that are worth over £400, but in addition to that, more importantly, you'll have a one-on-one conference call with me where we'll map out your marketing action plan to take you from A to B as quickly as possible. I really hope you take me up on this. If you've ever thought about joining Marketing for Solicitors before and just not known where to start, what it really involves, there's no better time than this, because I can show you hands-on. Our one-on-one conference call will be interactive. I'll be able to walk you through what you need and show you what's in the private zone if you want to have a look there. I'll be able to look at your website. I'll be able to show you everything that's on my screen. We can even use a webcam so we can see each other if you want to. But I want to make this work for you. So please, 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 if you've ever thought about joining Marketing for Solicitors now, go to samsonconsulting.co.uk/Easter. Join me now and let's get working on your progress for the rest of 2013. Let's make it a really good time. I've got in the background behind me Jimmy Stewart. It's a poster from A Wonderful Life, which I think is a cracking film, because it's all ultimately about optimism, and it's about his business and about getting on and moving forward. You can have a great year this year, and I would love to be a part of making you have a wonderful life in 2013. So please go to samsonconsulting.co.uk/Easter and join me on the other side. I look forward to welcoming you and setting up our call shortly after Easter, and to getting things moving for you. Thanks very much.